Simon Sinek's legendary concept, start with why, changed the way we see business. He said, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it.
Welcome back to a brand new tutorial. This is part 2 of the reel breakdown which you started last week. But don't worry, you can watch this video on its own as well. Today we will recreate scene 3 and scene 4, but most importantly we will learn how the motion works and not just how you can recreate it. By the end of this video you will understand the thinking behind these scenes. That way you can apply the same concepts in your own reels. Let's get started. So over here in After Effects, I have created a new composition. Firstly, we'll need a background. For that, right click over here, go to new and let's create a solid layer. Let's call this as BG or the background. Keep it as white and just press on OK. Next, on top of this, let's add the wall texture. For that, let's go to our assets. We have this wall texture over here. Simply drag and drop it on our timeline. Nice. Next, in order to merge it with the background, let's reduce the transparency. So let's press on T. Over here, instead of 100, let's keep it around 50. Nice. Now if you remember, in part 1, we had created the match cut. See, like this. It went up, we had this match cut effect, and part 2 is in continuation. See, these elements were going up, and then we also have this hand which comes up. See, like this. Okay. Let's see how to create this animation. Firstly, we'll place the hand. Let's drag and drop it to a timeline. Let's press on S for scale, and let's keep it as 50%. As always, all these assets as well as the project files on our Patreon. You can check out the link in the description and become a member today. Let's drag this down over here. Next, we have to draw the lines which are pulling the hand up. For that, let's go to our pen tool. You can go to the top, select the pen tool, or you can also use the shortcut G. Perfect. Before you make any point, ensure that the layer is not selected. Always remember, if a layer is selected, you'll end up creating a mask. So let's click outside. Coming over here, holding shift, let's make a point over here. Coming down, let's make another point like this. Perfect. Now coming to the top, go to stroke and let's give it a nice red color. Let's press on OK. Let's click outside. I feel this is too thin. Let's again select this. Let's click over here and let's keep this as around 7. Let me see. This looks nice. Now let's select this. I'm going to call this as line 1. Let's keep the layer down below the hand. Nice. In similar fashion, let's repeat this for the other 5 lines. This will become our line 2. Perfect. Our 3 lines are ready. Similarly, we'll create 3 more on the right. Nice. All our 6 lines are ready. Now let's see how to animate them. Remember, when the hand is at the bottom, the lines will be like this, stretched. And when the hand goes up, ideally the lines will come together. Let's create that realistic motion. So firstly, let's give a smooth animation to the hand. See, in this case, the hand is only coming up vertically. So like I always say, you can split the dimensions in the position. So coming to our hand, let's press on P for position parameter. Right click over here and let's separate dimensions. As the hand is only going to come up, we can animate the y-axis. So somewhere at this point, let's add a keyframe in y position. Take it ahead. Let's say around 1 second. At this point, let's drag this out. See, like this. In fact, we can do one thing. At this point, let's connect all these 6 lines to the hand. Okay. That way, if this goes out, the lines go out along with it. See, like this. Okay. Now as you want to give this a smooth motion, let's select both the keyframes and press on F9. This will add the easy ease. But check out one thing. If I play this, see, it's coming in smoothly, but the speed is highest at the middle. We don't really want that. We want the speed to be highest at the beginning. So we can do one thing. We can go to the graph editor, select the top handle and simply drag it down like this. Let me see. Beautiful. Now let's go back. Now in order to give it that realistic feel, we have to animate the path of these lines. Let's do it one by one together. Let's close this. Let's open this up. In the contents, in shape 1, you will find the path. So let's open this. So the animation ends over here. Correct? So let's add a keyframe. So going back somewhere over here, let me zoom out. Press on V. Select this point and let's drag it out further. Nice. See, it gives us a motion as if initially the lines were spread out and as the hand goes up, they come together. Okay, this looks fine. You can select both of them and press on F9. And now go into graph editor. Again selecting this point, let's drag it to a left and this one will drag it again to a left. So this way the animation is synced with the hand. Nice. Now I'm going to repeat the same thing for the other 5. You can search for path. At this point, add a keyframe. In fact, let's do it together for all. Let's remove this keyframe, select all of them. Over here, search for path. So the path would have opened for all the lines. So at 1 second, let's add a keyframe in path. Now going back at this point, let's select line 2. Where is line 2? Yeah, this one. Selecting the path, press on V, select only this point and drag it out like this. Let me see. Nice. Selecting all, again press on F9. Going over here, we'll repeat the same exercise. Perfect. Once all lines are ready, let's see how it looks. Awesome. See, when the hand is coming up, all these lines get stretched. Nice. Okay, let me close all the layers. You can close them by pressing on U. Now in order to give it that lens effect, we'll add chromatic aberration on top of it. So for that, selecting the hand, let's search for chromatic aberration. See this one. See, immediately we got that effect, similar to the one which we have over here. So in the colors, you can simply play around. Let's say -5. You can increase the greens a bit if you want, and let's decrease the blues. Nice. Now following the concept of constant motion, we have created the hand. Now let's see how to create the text animation. For that, let's go to a text. Coming over here, click once. Let's write start with. The font is right now hideous. Let's change it. Let's keep it Helvetic and new. My favorite one. This one, bold. Let's keep it upper scale. Nice. I'm going to keep it in the center like this. Decrease the size a bit. Perfect. Now let's add the word Y. Again going to the top. Click once. The font that I'm using is called as Great Vibes. It's a free font that you can get from Adobe. For the first word, let's keep it as capital. Selecting all. Going to a drop down. Let's make it a little bigger. Let's add a stroke. So I'm going to click over here. Let's keep the stroke as white. Press on OK. Let's increase the size a bit. Let's keep it over here. Nice. Now I'm going to quickly add the question marks as well. Let's take 2 copies of this. One over here and this one like this. Let's press on R and let's rotate this. Perfect. Our scene is completed. Now let's quickly do the text animation. For the text animation, let's select the text. Go to a drop down. Over here, we need to add parameters in 2 things. Firstly, the position, and next is the opacity. So let's go over here, add position. Again going to add, let's add the opacity. Perfect. As you want it to come from the bottom, keep this as around 100 pixels. And let's make this as 0. Next, going to range selector in the offset. I think somewhere over here, let's add a keyframe. At this point, let's make it 100%. Let me see how it looks. Since it's fine, but it is coming character by character. We want it to come by words. So for that, let's go to advanced. Instead of characters, just simply choose words. Let me see. Nice. Now as you have already done the animation once, no need to do again and again. We can simply copy this animator one, go to the top, select our word Y. At this point, let's simply paste it. That's it. I know this is too slow. Let's quickly add the audio as well.
Start with Y.
Okay, the audio has been added. Let's do one thing. Press on U. This can come earlier.
Start with Y.
Same thing for the word Y. Press on U. This one can come over here.
Start with Y.
Nice. Now selecting all, just press on F9.
Start with Y.
Nice. Now at the exact same point, let's also bring these question marks one by one. So let's select this. Press on T for opacity. Somewhere over here, let's add a keyframe. Going back, let's make this as 0.
Start with Y.
Perfect. Let's copy this. Going over here, select this layer and paste it. Again going little ahead, selecting this, let's paste it. That's it. If I play this.
Start with Y.
Perfect. Our scene 3 is completed. Now let's move on to scene 4. Over here, let's see what we need to do. See, as it goes up, we have to transition this. We have this big X which comes in the middle, and then we have this I. Perfect. And then some text animation on the top and the bottom. Let's see how to do it one by one. Firstly, let's select all, press on U to close them. Now at around 1 second, we can select all these layers, right click, and let's pre-comp it. I'm going to call this as scene 3. Press on OK. Now press on T, add a keyframe. From here till here, we have to make this as 0.
Change the...
Nice. At the exact same point, we have to bring the X into our scene. To create the X, let's add the shape layer. For that, let's go to the top, select the rectangle. Coming over here, let's zoom out a bit. Let's select the rectangle like this. Perfect. Let's keep the stroke as none. In the fill, let's give it a nice solid color. Let's give it that grayish tone. Press on OK. The pressing on R, let's rotate this. Okay, let's expand it. Okay, this looks fine. Now let's take a copy of this by pressing Command D. Again press on R and let's rotate it the other way. Perfect. Our X is ready. Now let's add the I in the middle. Let me zoom in a bit. Perfect. In fact, I'm going to call this as X1. Let's call this as X2. Okay, nice. To create the I, let's go to the top. select our ellipse tool. Coming over here, let's get a nice ellipse like this. Press on V. Let's keep it in the middle. Okay, looks nice. Let's go to the top. Let's keep it as black. Nice. The stroke should be none. Now inside this, we need to add the white circle. For that, again go to the top. Select the ellipse tool. Coming over here, ensure that no layer is selected. As you are aware, if a layer is selected, you will end up creating a mask. Let's create a circle like this. Keep it little bigger than the initial shape. Let's go to the top and give it a nice white color. Now see, this white shape should be inside this black one. Basically the eye inside the eye socket. So for that, we need to do the track matte. So coming over here, you see this track matte. In case you don't see this option, you can enable this from over here. Select this. Okay. So selecting this, go to track matte and just simply connect it to a shape layer 1. Nice. Our eye has vanished, but don't worry. Coming over here, you can simply unhide it. Nice. And finally is the text. The text is change the way we see business. So coming to the top, let's add a text. Let's decrease the size of the text. Let's take a copy of this by pressing Command D. The way, selecting all. Let's increase the size. Perfect. Let's take one more copy. Let's drag this one down over here. We see. I can take a copy of this. Keeping it over here. Let's write the word business. Selecting all. Let's increase the size. Perfect. Looks awesome, right? Now let's start with our animations. So firstly, we'll need to animate the X. So I will do one thing. For time being, I'm just going to hide this. Okay, let's hide this one as well. For the black layer, I'm just going to rename this as the eye socket. Okay, and I'm just going to call this as the eyeball. This way, we won't be confused. So firstly, let's animate the X. We can do one thing. We can parent one line to another, so that whatever animation we do for this one will automatically happen on the other one as well. So let's select X2 and just simply parent it to our X1. Nice. So again, selecting X1, press on R. So somewhere over here, it needs to come in, right? So let's add a keyframe. Take it ahead at this point. Firstly, let's rotate it. Okay, perfect.
Change the way we...
I think this is too fast. We can do one thing. We can drag it a little further as well. Let me zoom in. So the first keyframe is around 1 second and next one is around 1.5 seconds. Perfect. Now selecting both of them, press on F9, going to a graph editor. Let's select edit speed graph. Selecting this point, let's drag it little to the left.
Change the way we see.
Nice. Now we need to do two more things. Firstly, add keyframes in the opacity as well as add keyframes in the scale. So holding this, I will tell you one shortcut that will blow your minds. So usually what you will do, you will press on S, then add a keyframe. But alternatively, you can use the shortcut Option Shift and S. Immediately the keyframe got added in the scale property at this exact point. If you are using Windows, just use Alt instead of Option. Perfect. So let's drag this ahead. At this point, let's increase the scale. Perfect. Again, selecting both of them, just press on F9. Finally, let's add the keyframe in opacity. So let's press on Option Shift and T, drag it little ahead, not so much. At this point, let's make this as 0. Let's copy this. Going to this one, let's
change the way we see business.
Nice. Going to the scale, go to graph editor. Selecting this, simply drag it to left like the way we did it earlier.
Change the way we see.
Nice. You can drag it further as well.
Change the way we see.
Perfect. The first animation is done. Now similar to how we added chromatic aberrations earlier, you can simply copy it. Say inside this, on the hand, right? Where is the hand layer? See this one. You can copy this. Going back to render, go to X1 and let's paste. Nice. You can do same thing for X2. Going over here, you can play around with the colors.
Change the way we see business.
Nice. Let's open this up. Now let's see how to animate the eye socket. Remember, when you have to morph any sort of shapes, you have to play around with the path. So selecting this layer, let's search for path. Let's open this up. Let's add a keyframe in the path. Take this ahead somewhere at this point. At the beginning, let's remove this lock. Let's increase the size. Let's make it as big as possible.
Change the way we see.
Perfect. We can even drag this further. Selecting both the keyframes, press on F9. That will ease the keyframe. Going to graph editor, selecting this, drag it to left. Even drag this all the way to left. Same thing we'll do for the green line.
Change the way we see.
Nice. Now one more thing that we need to do is add a keyframe in the opacity as well. Somewhere at this point, you can press on Option Shift and T or Alt Shift and D if you're using Windows. Perfect. Going back, let's make this as 0.
Change the way we see.
Let's select this, press on U. This one, I'm going to drag this one a little earlier. Let me see.
Change the way we see.
Nice.
Change the way we see.
Perfect. Now let's add the eyeball. Let's unhide this. See, at the beginning, it is going to be in the center. Let's select this. Let's keep it over here.
Change the way.
Okay. So firstly, we'll add keyframe in opacity. So going over here, let's press on Option Shift T. Take this one ahead. At this point, let's make this as 0.
Change the way we.
Okay, this is nice. But here we want constant motion. So when this comes in, at this point, we want to shift it to a left. So again, selecting the layer, press on Option Shift and P. Take it to a left. From here, let's shift this to the left. It can stay there for a few frames. Then again, we have to shift it all the way to the right, like this. Perfect. Again, it can stay there for a few frames. And again, bring it to the middle.
Change the way we see business.
Let me see. I think this is happening too fast. We can do one thing, not an issue. Let's select all the keyframes, press on F9, and let's see how it looks.
Change the way we see business, he said.
Perfect. Let's see how it looks.
With Y, change the way we see business, he said.
Nice. Now let's start adding the text. Now, firstly, we have the word changed the way. Let me hear the audio.
Change the way we see.
Change the way. It's somewhere over here. So firstly, we are going to add keyframes in scale. Okay. Going earlier, let's increase the size. See, we are facing one issue. We have to ensure that anchor point is in the center. Let's press Command D, press on Y, and let's drag the anchor point towards the center. Perfect. So now again, selecting the layer, let's increase the size. Changed.
Change the way.
Perfect. For the word the way, we are going to use the animation which we have used earlier. See, for the word start with. So where is that word start with? Yeah, it's inside, right? Start with. Let's open this up. Over here, we have animator 1. Copy this. Going back, changed the way. Somewhere over here, just paste it.
Change the way we. Change the way we.
Perfect. For the word changed, we also need to add keyframes in opacity. So at this point, press on Alt Shift T. Take this one ahead. Going back, let's make this as 0.
Change the way we see.
Nice. Change the way we see business. Let's open this up. Firstly, let's unhide these two layers. Open this. Select animator 1. Over here, let's selecting this layer. Just paste it. Let me see.
The way we see business.
We see business. Perfect.
I change the way we see business.
Nice. Finally, for the word business, I'm going to keep it super simple. We are only going to add keyframes in the opacity. Let me see somewhere at this point. Let's add keyframe.
The way we see.
Take this one ahead. At this point, let's make this as 0.
I change the way we see business.
No, ideally this one should come here and this one should be little ahead.
We see business.
We see. Okay, 1 minute. Let's press on U. Correct. This one should come here. This one could be around 3 seconds.
The way we see business, he said.
Nice. Perfect. Let's see what we created today.
Start with Y, change the way we see business.
Nice. Awesome, right? Now let's see how we can merge our scene 1, scene 2 with our scene 3 and scene 4. Let's go to a new project. I'm going to create a new comp. Let's call this as final render. Press on OK. Firstly, I'm going to add main.
Simon Sinek's legendary concept.
Perfect. Now when this is going up, at the same time, we need to add a scene 2. Now let's select render and let's add it to our comp. Let's keep it somewhere over here. And we have the word concepts coming as well. Concepts. Perfect. Perfect. Let's see our final animation.
Simon Sinek's legendary concept. Start with Y, change the way we see business.
Perfect. Looks awesome, right? So that's it guys for this tutorial. By the way, I don't really want to end this series at this point. If you're loving this and want me to continue this series, just let me know in the comments. And as always, if you love the video, make sure to like it. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you very soon next time.